So the point of this puzzle, of the starting of this puzzle is you have a break-in that is that involves a lot of time. Okay, so like if you look at this cell must be recoiled from something because it's outside, it's an island, but this one must be recoiled only by this move. Now there is a problem. The problem is that to recoil this cell with this move, you must have recoiled this cell before. And also, I mean, this one is just the end of the puzzle because you have this. So you can't make a move to the right here. So you need to do that. But to do that, now at this point you must recoil this cell before. And to recoil this cell before, you must do this. And this one is not the end because you must turn, recoiling up here. So this one must be recoiled this way. The problem is that to recoil this one, you must recoil here. And, you must recoil here before you recoil other stuff. But now you have another problem. And the problem is that to recoil this one, you can't recoil it here, and you can't recoil it down because every time you recoil down from here, you are getting in trouble because you have nothing. You have nothing down. You have nothing to the left. So you can't recoil from a stuff that goes down here in any one of those. So the only place this one must be recoiled to is now this one. But now you have a problem. To recoil this one and recoil this cell, you must recoil this one before. And to recoil this one before, you must recoil something that is up here at this point. And, it's not just like that. The problem at this point is that to do that, you are forced, like, okay, you're doing that, of course. I'm sorry, I didn't just finish connect all of these. But the problem is this, that the thing that you are doing here or here must be recoiled exactly before this part down. That must be recoiled before this part. That must be recoiled from before this part. So you have a time issue that is not only in terms of what's recoiled first for recoil, but also for the path. So you have, in terms of global logic, you have a path that must go up here. At a certain point, you must go here, you connect these, and then you must go up here, connect these, and then you must go down somewhere, do some stuff here down, and then go up again and finish the puzzle. So this is pretty much the path that the path must make. And the big deal here to make all of this working is that now you can't connect exactly straight here, because if you connect here, then this move, this recoil, and this recoil would be just consecutive. But you can't, because the problem is that from here, before going here, you must go all the way here and then up again. So this one is the recoil from here, and the other one is the recoil from here, so this one must go down. And, this is pretty much the break-in for this. So here must continue, and here must continue. And here I must go up. So this one now is recoiling this cell, of course, and this one is recoiling this cell. And now I can't continue down because I have nothing to recoil. But I can't go to the left now, so I must recoil to the right here. That is a problem for some reasons. First of all, the fact is that still I can't connect this way, so I must continue up from here. So I must continue down from here. So at a certain point, this one must be a move, and this one must recoil this, or this, one of those 4 cells. I don't know yet which one, but I must remember that this one recoils something from, from a lot before. That's pretty much the point. But also, if I want to continue here or the other way around, I can't recoil from above, so I must do that now, recoiling this cell, and now I can't go down again. And now I can't go to the left because I can't recoil down. Remember that the ending is just here, so I can't end anywhere else in the grid. So here I must continue to the right. I don't know yet if I'm recoiling this cell or not at this point. Even if it's pretty difficult that I'm not recoiling this cell at the moment, but it's not exactly forced, because of course now I can't do that, because why I can't do that? Because if I try to do that, I'm recoiling this cell, and I can't because this cell would be empty. So I can't connect because again this one must connect to this before going up again. So this one is forced. And I have this long stripe of things going this way. And so this one must continue down. Because if I try to go left, I would recoil this cell, and I can't. Again, it's just border. So I must continue this way, as well. And now I can't connect those again. So this one recoils this, 1, 2, and 3. So it recoils those, like those 3 cells at the moment. And from here, just give me a second. Okay, and now I can't go up from here because, you see the problem again. And, okay, yeah, and I can't go to the right because if I go to the right, now I go down again, and now I'm stopping because I have nothing to continue. So I must go down from here. Hey, rat. And then when I recoil these, I'm just recoiling, I'm just recoiling this cell. And so I can't continue down here. Now, I can't go to the left because if I go to the left, I have nothing to recoil from above, so I must go to the right. And here I'm forced to go twice down. And going twice down forces this one and this one. Those two are just like that. Sorry, but solving on mobile is L in terms of how much time I just pressed the wrong X or the wrong button. It's not like having a mouse, sorry. Also, can you please tell me that you hear me well? Just to be sure that everything is working fine. I would really appreciate that. And from here you just can't continue because you can't go up and left, you can't continue this way, so you must go down. When you go down, you recoil this cell, and so you can't continue this way. You can't go to the right because if you go to the right, you have nothing to recoil from above, so you must go here and recoil down. So every time in this part of the puzzle, you are always using the fact that the path is so tight that every time, every move is like forced because every move you try to make, it's just that point and not more than that. So you are always using that thing. And because like every time you go here and you can't recoil, you go here, you can't recoil, and you use that a lot of times in this part of the puzzle. Now at this point, there is a cool thing that can be seen or can be said at least. That is about this cul-de-sac here, because you clearly cannot use this. Also, it's scary how uncannily similar the ideas in this one are to mine. I can tell you that, yes. Okay, good. Nice. So, the whole problem that I wanted to talk about here is that from a certain point of view, if you try to go down again from here, now yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. It's not me, it's upstairs. I hope it's not too high. Like if you continue this way, so you made another move on this side, you have 5 moves going up. Now I was talking about this yesterday. I mean, not exactly this. I was talking about the same concept that was used in at least 3 puzzles, maybe 4. But the point is that if you go through here still, now you have 5 moves that are recoiled from down. Now imagine that are clearly the first 5, okay? You have like all of these, okay? So if this is true, if this is correct, this means that you are that you're creating a wall, okay? You're creating a wall, so this one now must connect through here, because at a certain point you must exit this part of the grid, and that in theory is perfectly fine. But this could be a problem, and I think you can see why it could be a problem. I'm doing that, of course. If now this one must connect this way, so this one must go this way, and now we have this. That is a wall. Now you can say, but why this is the case? This is the case because if I don't want this to be the end of the wall, so like I don't want this to connect this way, so I must, I don't know, I want to turn this way, so I don't have the problem with this being recoiled this way. Now you have another problem that is from the fact that now you must enter and exit, and that's 2 times, and you don't have 5 moves, so I'm sorry, you cannot exactly go just straight down. That's the big deal here. Sorry, I must go a lot down here. How am I? Why my... Okay, now this works. Sorry, yeah. So I don't know if everything was clear, but the point is that if I continue this way, now I can't go this way because this would trap this, and if I go down again, I have not enough space. But if now I want to go here, now I have too much recoils down, and now I can't enter and exit twice because I don't have enough space in terms of recoiling, because I need 1, 2, 3, and 4 recoils going here. And if I add another one, it's 5 recoils, so I can't do that. So in other words, I can't exactly do this move. That's the whole point. So I must make this move this way, and now this one must recoil this cell. Sorry. And now this one must recoil this cell, so this one must go down this way. Hi, Snig. You shouldn't hear the vacuum cleaner anymore, at least. But yeah. And well, the big problem with this puzzle is that this entire thing of those 4 recoils in this column still continue to exist at a certain point, and those 4 cells going down, that again, I don't know where they are at the moment, but they are connected to one move that goes to the right, because this one must exit this part of the grid, and one move that goes to the right because I must enter this part of the grid. So if I count, I have like 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves going down. I guess it's pretty clear that it goes like that. So I have 1 and 1. So I must, I have only one space here. That's the point, that I have only one space. And also, because here I can't connect here because this one will be recoiled, I must go down. So now I can't continue down. And when I can't go down, I can't go this way because that would recoil this cell. So I must recoil this cell here. And so this one is the last one in the column. So this column now is forced. I have exactly 4 recoils from above, 1 move to the right and 1 move to the left. In a certain order that I don't know yet, but it's like that clearly. Now here I can't continue this way, and now I can't go really up, because if I go up I must go left, and then this one would recoil this cell. That is again not working, so I must go down again. And I'm using a lot of this kind of stuff. And also now I can't do that, because that would recoil down here, this cell. So I must connect to another way. I can't do that. So I must just go up and to the right. So I must recoil this, and now I can't recoil down here. I can't recoil this way exactly, and the reason is very important. I can't go to the right here, because if I go to the right, now I must go to the right again. But I already know that the only thing that touches this column is the part of the path that connects here, but I can't connect exactly here, because I know that I must reach this part of the grid again after I touch this. So it's still a matter of timing issues. So I can't go to the right, and so I'm forced to go to the left here. And now I can't touch this cell because this one is just not working in any direction. And I can't touch this cell because if I try to touch this cell, or I'm touching it this direction, that works, but then those two are not connected enough. I know the order of these. I know that I'm going clockwise in this part of the grid. It's like forced to go clockwise in this part of the grid, because this one would connect to something else, but this one must connect down, and when I do that, it's like impossible for me to do that. I mean, I know that this could not be exactly, could not feel forcing to you, but I think I can prove it, just let you noticing that you can do that because you have nothing to recoil. So this one must connect from this side, and I guess that you are pretty inclined to notice that you can do that, right? Because you, first of all, you can do that because again you know that the amount of stuff that goes that gets recoiled down, and you can't use those two things. Why? Let me try to explain better that. I know that I have only one move to the right and one move to the left here, so if I do that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves up, but I have only 1, 2, 3, and 4. So not only I can't recoil, but also I can't just connect this way. So this one is just broken for this reason. So from this side, I must continue. That's the big problem. So I must continue this way, and because now I must continue this way, now this one can't connect, can't go up, so it must go down. And I think this just let you understand why I can't do that. That's pretty much it. But again, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, this one. Now, how many moves do I have here from going up? I have 1, 2, and 3 moves, and I have 4 moves here. Now I have a problem here because those moves can't be, like, they are made before I go to the right and then return to the left. So they must be the first 3. They can't be like the others. They must be the first three. I can't exactly use this gap because this gap is made before, is made after. So the whole point is that I must do that. And I know that this one is one of the recoils from above, so this one must go this way, and when I do that, I can't connect this way, so I must connect this way now. So I know all the other recoils from above. They are 1, 2, and 3, with the other one is 4 recoils, so I must do that, and those are just 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves horizontally, those 1, so I must make 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves here, so I must go down, and I pretty much can connect everything on this side at this moment, because I can't make 2 moves up, well, down, because I don't have enough recoils, so I must go through here. This move takes this, and now it's like forced, because I must make this, and this. Those 2 are recoiling stuff above, that are those 2, and this one is recoiling this cell. So I have everything recoiled from this side. And now I know for sure that this cell, the one I'm highlighting here in the middle, is not exactly a recoil from left. Because if I make a recoil from left for this, I don't have another space to recoil this. Because why I'm saying that? Because if this one is the recoil from left for this means that this one is already used as a recoil down. And now I don't have enough space in the row to recoil this. So I just can't do that. And this means just that this one is the recoil for this cell. And at this point, I have a problem. And the problem is the fact that you can't now just go here anymore. Why? Because every time you go here, in this in the right part of the grid, in the right half of the grid, everything is done here. So you just can't continue, because it's like you have a wall, or like a border of the puzzle. Like you can imagine the puzzle being just the left side of the grid at this moment, because all the right side is done. So you can't enter that in any case, but you can't recoil to that point, to that part of the grid in any case at any moment. So you just can't do anything here. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. So it's just like that. That's the problem. Now, not only, but I know that this one is just a recoil, so those 2 are never recoils at this point. And now this means, for example, that I can't go up, because then I can't go to the left in any direction at any moment, so I must go down. I still don't know if this one is taking this recoil or one of the recoils above, sadly, but I must recoil something at that point from this. And not only that, but from here I should go 2 times down to not, if I don't want to go to the left now because I'm at the borders, I must go 1, 2, 3, and 4 cells, but I don't have 4 recoils up, so this one must recoil exactly here, taking this recoil. This recoil is just it's just forced at this point. Again, still, please let me know if I'm still alive. That is a thing that I'm never certain here, at least here, I mean, because I'm not with a stable internet connection. Here, there, okay, nice, thank you. So, okay, I know that this now is the end, okay? Now, there is another point that is, okay, you can imagine that we are just in the middle of the solve, okay? Like the break-in was just that stuff with those four things that create something along the path that I can't feel a pulse. Yeah, I'm so sorry for that. I'm just completely dead. I'm sorry. So, okay, what I wanted to say is that you can't reach this cell. You can't reach this cell because if you want to reach this cell, you must do that, and then you must go up 2 times, and then you can continue. So it's just forced to be not like that. So you can't enter this whole area down below. Now, why this is important? Why it's important that you can't go all the way down here? Because this thing is something that at a certain point must be part of recoils or path. But if you look at it a little more intensely, you can notice that you can just force the way this thing works. Why I'm saying that? Because you have those three cells that are recoils from below, from the column. Okay, so you need 3 moves up, 3 moves upwards. Now those 3 moves could be made 1, 2, and 3, of course. Because remember that every time you enter, you can't exit. So they must be consecutive at this point, because here you can't exit the entire thing. So every time you make 3 moves here, you must exit, and you can't. The same applies up here, and you can't again. So this means that you can't exactly do that. In other words, this one can't ever be a recoil. But now, even if this one could be a recoil from horizontally, it can't, in fact, because if you try to make it a horizontal move, you are going in the opposite direction in terms of the way the path works around the grid. So this means that at a certain point you must make 3 moves going up, like, I don't know, like imagine that are those, but this one you want it to be like that, and I think you can already see why this is a problem, because every time you try to connect here, you're just trapping and you can't go on the other side. So all this means that all of those 4 moves are vertical moves, and so they must be 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves. So you know that they are exactly those 4 moves. So you can connect this way. Now that you can connect this way, this thing now is the end of the path. And now there is another concept that is always useful in the recoil. When you know that you are at the end of the path, everything that is outside the path must be recoiled from the path. Because like imagine that this one is not recoiled by a move up here, so you are using like this, and at a certain point you want this to be the recoil for this. This is broken. Why this is broken? This is broken because every time you try to do that thing, well, how can I explain? This is just not working, because this cell here, was free before you touch this cell. So the big concept around this is that if you know that from this point you are just reaching the end of the path, and that end of the path, that is maybe here, for example, can't use a vertical move going up, for example, everything that is down must be recoiled before, not after. But the only way to recoil it before is recoiling it through the path. So, in other words, every time you touch, you are near the end, or near the end from that side. That means that you could be at the start of the puzzle, but you know that the end is in another direction, and you can't reach that part of the puzzle again. So every time you can divide the puzzle in pieces in which you can't go to there again after. Everything that is like outside the movement of that loop, of that path. And I know that outside is an improper word, an appropriate word in that terms, because it's not what I want to say, but I mean something that is not used by the path. If you can't use by that path, it can't be used any other time. So, in other words, this one must be made by this. And so you can do that. And like the thing continues because again, if you connect this way, how do you make this one? This one must be made by a move that goes up, but it must be made before, and you can't, because then this one would be free, so you can't do that, so you must do this, and at a certain point this one must be made by a move that goes upwards 2 times or 1 time or stuff like that. So it's always like that. That's a common thing that you can say in a puzzle like this. Like pretty much always. I mean always, because it's a property. But yeah. Okay, next step. Next step. Next step is easier. From here you can't go up, of course, and you can't go to the left, of course. So you must go down. You're taking this one, so you can't go to the. Well, you can't go down again. You can't go to the right because again you don't have any move to go down because you don't have recoils up. So you have always the same thing, like the top right and the top. The right and the top. So this entire wall area is already taken by all path and all recoil cells. So again, you can't go this way. So you must connect this way. So this one connects this way down. So you can also use that kind of stuff at this point. And now you can't continue this way. And at the moment, we must stop here for a second. Why we must stop? Because we have to think again at these 2 cells. Why we must think at these 2 cells? We must think at these 2 cells because of what's going on here. What I mean with that? I mean the fact that if you look up, you have 6 moves going down. Now, those 6 moves going down are a lot. Are a lot of moves. And you can think at them trying to see what's going on. Because you can think at where those 6 moves are. What do I mean? If this one was also taken as it's not part of the path, so it's not like this. That's my question. What happens if it's not part of the path? Then you have 7 moves that must be recoiled from below. Now have a look at the moves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The problem is that from all these, you can't go to the left, to the right in any direction because you don't have recoils to the left to make. So the maximum of moves down that you can make here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you have 7 recoils and you can't. So you must do that. Oh, sorry. Okay, that works. Now this one recoils this, so you must go up 2 times. So you must go down, and you must go down again, and now you must go down again. Yeah, at least here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are recoiled. Also, please remember and notice that now this move must be recoiled from this. So this one, at a certain point, you must have a move going down in this row, in this column. And also this one, because now those are taken, it's perfectly fine to be recoiled by this. So everything is fine on this side. Now, from here, we can just continue here from above. You can't, because again, wall. So you can't go this way now. And so, because you can't go this way, you must go down again. And now, oh yeah, and now if here you continue this way, sorry, I was trying to remember. If now you continue this way, now you have, how can I explain? Well, this one is taking this cell, okay? Now, if you do that, you still have 3 moves to the right in this row to complete, that are those 2 and this one. Those 3 need recoil, and they have no recoils yet, so they must use this one, and this one. But if this is true, now you can't exactly connect up again in any way, because this one would get trapped. So the whole thing here is that you can't exactly go to the right from here, so you must go down from here. So you take another one recoil up here, and this frees some moves, but not only it frees some moves, it only means that you need from those 2 things outside moves horizontal again, and those must be those 2, because you can't have a move that goes horizontally this way, because if you do that, it's another horizontal move that can't be made, that can't be recoiled. So in other words, you have no other recoils here, and well, you have no other recoils to the right here, and those 2 moves must be occupied before you get to this part of the puzzle, because those must recoil outside. So you have all of these. That's the point. And now, oh well, now you can't go down from here, of course, because if you go down, you are recoiling this cell. So you must recoil this way, like, of course. And now this one is taking one cell that is free, and the other one must take the other cell that is free, and so you need 2 cells that are free in between them. So those 2 are the recoils from those 2 cells, exactly those 2. Can't recoil from others. And let me just have a look. Trying to not take too much time. I'm sorry, it's probably the worst showcase ever, but I'm trying. That's the point. I never made a showcase, and so that's why I'm also less slower in general. So here you can't go down because you have the same problem, no recoiling down. And the whole thing here, oh yeah, what's the easiest way to show this? I'm trying to make it as less case checky as possible in terms of, I'm trying to showcase the puzzles at their best. That's the point. That's the point. So even if there is something that I see immediately, I just need to make sure that I'm offering at least a good job in that sense. Or I'm trying. Well. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So you need another recoil from above. Okay. So now this recoil still again can't be this one or this one or this one or this one because you have nothing to the left. So you must recoil this way now, and so you must recoil this way from here. And now you can't continue this way, and I guess it's pretty clear that you can't go up. Why you can't go up? Because if you try to go up, now you have problems with what happens here. Because if you go down and then here, and then you try to go up, because at a certain point this one must connect to here, you are just well blocking this point. So you try this way, and that's fine. But then when you go up, you're just forcing this thing to not go to the right. So this one is always not working. So you must go down this way. And it's all forced, this thing to go this way. It's just forced. And now from here you can't go to the left, because every time you go to the left you have the same problem. You can't ever connect again. So yeah, it's like, again, it's like forced. And still you need some moves to recoil from those two above. So like if you don't do that, now you can't go up again, because even if this is true and those are 3 moves, and so you're taking those 3, now you can't make this move because you have nothing to recoil from the right. So the whole thing that this is saying is that you must do that. And when you do that, you must continue from above. This one is taken now, and so now you can't go down because that would recoil this. So you must go to the right, to the left. This applies stuff to the right, and also this means that this move must be this recoil, because you have nothing else to recoil. I mean, this one must be a recoil horizontal going to the right, and this is the only one piece that goes to the right. So from this side now, I can't exactly do that because this would recoil that, and I can't continue here because that would recoil this cell, so I must go up again. And then I don't have the ability to go to the left, so I must connect. And this is forced, and this is done. At this point now, I must go, I mean, now I know that I can't go to the right, so I must go down again. So now, at this point, I know a bit more about the orientation of the puzzle. Well, I just connected 2 things, and now I know that this thing now in some ways must connect here, and then from here I must return here. So those are the things that I'm trying to do to make, to force still. But now I can count the stuff that I have outside, because now I have 4 things outside. And now if you count, you have exactly 1, 2, 3, and 4 moves to the right. So they are exactly those 4. So from here you must go up. And now yeah, I have 2 moves going here down. So because I have those 2 moves going down, 1 and 2, those 2 are, one is this, of course. The other one, I need another one, that's the point. Now, where is the other one? That's the big question. Because I have 3 options. Could have this, Could have this or could have this, at least. Those are the three possibilities for this. Oh, probably I can do an easier thing here. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, there is an easier thing that I can say. Okay. The easier thing is that possible for this to go this way? Of course not, because again you have no recoils from the right here, so you can't move this. You can take this move. You can do this move. So this move is not like a recoil. It's not like a path, so it's a recoil. But so this means that it's free, and at this point, this one is the first thing that it sees. So this one is taken by this. It's just recoiled by this. Or well, it's not true, because it could be recoiled from here, right? Yeah. So it's not that. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I was trying to make it as simple as I could, but it's not the case. Okay, this is the case. I can't go up because now at this point I can't go to the right, so I must continue this way. Because I continue this way, this one is not continuing this way. And if I go up, I just cut off the upper part, so I must go down here. This one going down takes one of those two, so this means that I can't do that now, so it takes only one of those. So this one can't continue this way, so it must continue down, and if it continues down, it continues down again. And those now are 3 moves down, so if I want to do one more, I don't have enough recoils down, so I can't do that. So I must continue this way now. And now this move is recoiled here, so this one can't continue to the right, so it must go down again. And now I can't go down again because the last down must be this one. So I can't continue this way, so I must go to the right. Now at this point I must just connect those two, so everything from this point is done. And now the only thing that I must do is connect the right things, the last things I mean. And well, this means that I must go this way, I must connect this way, I must connect this way, this one is recoiled. And from this side I must go down, recoiling this one, I can't continue this way, I must recoil to the right. And now, if I go, well, yeah, that's the easiest thing. Now, how many moves do I have horizontally? I have 1, 2, and 3. So if here I go down, that I can, now I must wiggle this way, and if I do that, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 moves, but I only have 3 recoils in a row, so I can't do that. But this means that this one can't go down, so it must go to the right, and then I go down here, and this is good because now the point is that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible recoils, but I have 1, 2, 3 possible 4 moves to the left, and to connect those two I need the 4 recoils and 4 moves. So this one must be another move to this side, but not this one because I don't have enough recoils, so I must do that, and I must do that, and the puzzle is complete. And